Hi guys, this is Press Play by Evie, and today's episode Tart Strawberries Make the Best Jam. So, I resigned from my job 123 days ago. That's from the day of recording this. And that's not just a random number, I actually counted. And there's nothing as scary, nerve wracking, as realizing that you can no longer hide behind your title, your workplace, what it is you do, and when you describe yourself, you can't use that anymore. That no longer fits as the description of who you are. Life begins to get real when you have to veer away from the structure that you're used to, the calendar invites that sometimes weren't so welcome. And you now have to chart a new course when you have no idea what direction you want to go in. And don't get me wrong, if someone were to walk up to me, I'm pretty sure, and asked, what's the plan? I'm sure I could come up with something that sounds clear, precise, level headed, and hopefully like I still have got it together or to a degree, even if not 100%, and haven't completely lost it or lost the plot. But if we're to be really honest, remove that filter, remove the need to sound like you have got it all right and together, what are we left with? It's absolute fear of the unknown, of the future, of the fact that you might very well end up with nothing, that whatever you think will work out may not work out. And you see, that's the thing, it's 50-50. It could go either way, truly. It could go great or not. And I'm sure you could probably list a couple of people who have found themselves at a crossroads where they no longer have work, whether it's of their own choice or circumstances, the economy, job market problems caused them to be in this situation. And for some, things eventually worked out. For some, very quickly. Others, it took a long time. And for others, they never quite recovered. So when you're faced with such stories of people you personally know, and especially the stories that did not end in triumph, it is not a wonder that there are times that you wake up in the middle of the night seized with absolute fear after a full day of feeling like you had everything figured out and things were working out and you went for an interview here or calls there. But the truth is, I do not want to end up useless. And I think even just that statement already has a lot of things, layers underneath, because who says that this, not having this kind of role again, makes you useless? You see? So that it's my job for me to figure out why I would have this sort of thought process, but at the same time, I share it because I believe there are others who are going through similar circumstances where when they no longer have a title that defined them, whether that title was a career or a business title or status, or it was a title in the family, so mother, father, brother, sister, that gave you some sense of accomplishment, satisfaction, or made you feel that in the eyes of society you made sense. And when society looked at that thing, that situation in your life, they thought, they're doing pretty well, or they make sense. We approve. So now I'm taking every day at a time and having this phrase in my mind that tart strawberries make the best jam, which is actually a phrase I had on a program I was watching. And they were making jam, and the person was explaining how the strawberries that normally when you bite on in there, they're tart, they're tangy and a bit harsh. They're not the obvious choice to be munching on, can make amazing jam because of the texture and the taste and the balance that they bring to the sweetness of the jam. I do not have any historical knowledge of making jam, so I may not be the most qualified to qualify that statement. But that said, that statement stuck with me because essentially you're saying even the most sore moments in life, the sum of unpleasant, uncomfortable moments can lead to a beautiful and positive outcome. And that's how I want all of us to view the situation. Bearing in mind that yesterday is gone, there's nothing you can do about it. The future is yet to come. You really can plan for it, but can't change that. And today is unknown. And because it's unknown, though may feel scary, it's also an opportunity that lies there for us to take advantage of, to be present, to use, because who knows? It might be the very reason that your future self says thank you to you because you embraced today, which is so unknown. You don't even know what will happen in the next 10 minutes. You could have a plan for your day, but ultimately, things may not always go to plan, and that's not a bad thing. And even in the face of fear of the unknown, the fear of today, try to be there, be present, and take whatever little steps you can. Because then again, who knows? It may work out for you because tart strawberries make the best jam. Thank you guys, and I want to hear all your stories, your tips, your encouragement. Let us walk this journey together. Thank you, and have a good day.